The Corona Diary, and how a deadly virus attacked my community and my family. Tragic, unimaginable, and suffocating. Has something ever felt so unreal you think you're in a movie? I know I have, and I'm sure others could say the same. Within the past few months of the 2020 year, millions of people are being affected by the largest spreading deadly virus the world has ever seen. This is the horrifying reality of dealing with the coronavirus, or as you know, COVID-19. COVID-19 first attacked the U.S. towards the end of December, early January. Since the spread, over 1.2 million cases or more have been confirmed. And according to Vox.com, research shows that even though Blacks make up 13% of the U.S. population, we account for 30% of the country's COVID-19 patients. Now, if you're white, you probably are relieved that you may have less chances of contracting the virus. But for a person of color, it's pretty terrifying, and you may wonder to yourself, why so many cases? And it all started with this.
So coronavirus, are we not worried about it at all?
It's fake.
You think it's an agenda?
Man, I don't think minorities can't catch it. We sure.
They
Say
said
that one more time.
Minorities can't catch it.
Minorities can't catch coronavirus.
Nah.
Why do
said
you
that?
say? Why?
Blacks really believed that melanin in our skin made us immune to contracting the virus. So, trusting in this false information caused people to not take the precautionary measures needed to protect them from falling ill. Another way Blacks have become the highest race to be negatively affected by the virus are because of their previous medical conditions. Most African American cases of COVID-19 that have passed had previous medical issues going on, like diabetes and asthma. That make it hard for the immune system to fight off the virus. One of those cases of COVID-19 deaths happened to be my great-grandmother. Around mid-March, my 83-year-old grandmother, Betty Nance, was in and out of the hospital for routine checkups after recently having kidney surgery. And in this time of being in and out of the hospital, we believe she contracted COVID-19. It was as if one day she was good and the next she didn't even want to talk. And that was kind of peculiar for her because she was known as the social butterfly. For 2 weeks, she was hooked up to a ventilator and showed little to no progress. And sadly, on April 9th at 3 p.m., she transitioned, and this devastated my family. We keep wondering, maybe if COVID wasn't here, would she still have more time with us? And then also, in a time like this, it's important to see your family and to spread love and grieve together. But because of the virus, we couldn't even travel and weren't able to properly have a service for her. Not only did we have to deal with death, but many of my family work multiple different types of jobs, and most of them were either laid off or they have to be at home with less pay than they get while being at work. The final major effect COVID has brought onto the African American community are hardships solely based off of race. People in urban communities lack the resources and healthcare needed for the virus, putting them at risk. They also have become predatory targets.
Accused of becoming aggressive towards police. He was threatened with a taser and then tackled and slapped. At least that's what it appears to happen on the video. Our chief investigative reporter, Jonathan Deans, in the newsroom. He's been looking into
the virus has made it very easy for white authoritative figures to believe they can mistreat blacks for not abiding by the law, but giving whites the benefit of the doubt. With the number of coronavirus cases continuing to grow every single day, some states have gone to the extreme measures of opening up businesses like nail shops and hair salons. But many find it very peculiar how those are the major consumer markets for black people. This has only made our community stronger and helps us want to revolutionize the system that is set against us. Above the tragedy, Blacks are using their artistic freedom to remain faithful in a time when social interaction is prohibited. Celebrities and other notable members like Beyonce, 2 Chainz, and Erykah Badu and more have used social media to lighten the attitude and spread awareness about corona in hopes of ending the epidemic.